A perfect relationship. You guys have a perfect
He
relationship.
does all the building, and he's
Because I'm gonna
great with that.
because I'm gonna tell you what, I can attest to that too. Because I would come out to that site. I was getting photos and stuff for this and for more marketing that we're gonna do. And Denny would just be there. He would just be there in his truck, pull up, and I'm like, Denny, it's 3. It's like freaking in the morning. It's in the afternoon. It's at night. It's
That's what
always
Denny
there.
says. He says because we got about 4 different projects. So he goes around to him, and he goes around him. I'm telling you, one's in South Lake, one's out in Fairview, one's in downtown Dallas. They're all over, and he just does this. His truck goes like this. He'll be there at 5:30 in the morning, and then you'll see him then again at 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
But he's always...
And he loves this shit.
He loves that crap. He's like, man, he says, this is easy for me. This is what I like to do. You're getting ready to put the roof on, the windows in.
We're end of October.
It's going to be in the dry within a week.
Yeah, it's gonna be dried in within a week. And we're talking 60 days.
No, we're talking 45 days.
45 to 60.
Yeah.
That's neck break speed. That's like crazy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So that's why we got to feed quick for the people. If people are interested in a new build project, and it can be anything, how do they reach out to you so they can get on your radar and get some numbers?
My company is Best and Best Realty and Construction, either buy or sell or whatever, but my main thing is to build homes.
Best and Best Realty and Construction.com?
Yeah.
Because your name is Curtis Best.
Yes.
And I think you are the best damn builder in Dallas.
I
the best
appreciate
damn
that,
builder in Fort Worth.
Because that's saying a lot for, like I said, I got a good eye for things. I've been in Dallas since 81, so I know all the areas to be in and stuff like that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Even the fact that just some of the stuff, because you've been very helpful in helping me understand the areas and everything, and you have an innate knowledge there. Like even when we go back to Miss Anthony on Inwood, right?
Yeah.
Like
when you called me and I saw that house, I said, "Oh my God, Aaron, that's a gold. I wish we could have bought that house."
Man, you and me both, man.
Man, if we could have bought that house, and with the contacts I got now, we could have bought that. Crazy, man.
Yeah.
Man, that was a big property right on Inwood Road, over Inwood and Lovers area. If anybody knows that area, big money. And I was surprised. How the heck do you get that job?
Thanks.
I was like, wow, yeah. And you called me out of the bed because you weren't, and I went and tried to help out a little bit. And you're my go-to guy for real estate.
Hey, there'll be more in the right spot with the right team. And I think that's the thing. I think you've got the right team. And so this is Curtis Best. What would my intro be of Curtis? Curtis Best. He's an entrepreneur. He's a builder. He's a savant when it comes to value, knowing where in the DFW area. That's why I call him one of the best realtor or the best builder, the best real estate professional in Dallas, Fort Worth area. And it's just because your name's Best too, so I can say that
I'm just hard working too, man. I'll look at everything. I'll go and look and drive and do it. I'm a hands-on kind of guy, and I just work hard because that's one thing I do. I was a football star in high school, but not a good academic kid, and they always passed me through school just to get through because I was good in football. And I was like, and then my mom owned hair salons, and she made me get into the salon business. Another thing, I got lucky when I moved here. I was working at one of the major salons, and then I had a lady that was going through a divorce. She called me, wanted to open a salon. Just wanted to be 3 people. Before I got done, I had 22 people wanting to start, and we started our first salon at 22. Next year, doubled it, and it was crazy. Then we owned the largest hair salon in Dallas at one time.
What was that for the people?
Du Nouveau was the name of it.
Nouveau.
And it was over on Inwood and Alpha, right by the Galleria. And I put probably 8 salons out of business because all the salons used to have about 6 or 8 people in them. And I'd go in and take 3 or 4 of each of their people. Most of them would shut down after they lost all that. And other people in the hairdressing business hated me. But I've always been that guy.
What's that movie? The Wall Street?
Shampoo?
No. I'm talking of the tycoon movie, The Wall Street. Where he was, where he was put. Basically, that's what they were doing. They were taking over companies and putting them out of business.
Yeah,
you're like that in the salon
yeah.
business. That's amazing.
Yeah, at the time, we were one of the first big salons like that. Because it was so big, was the first ones to do computers too.
Oh, for booking,
Yeah,
scheduling,
for
and
booking
stuff?
and stuff like that.
Look
Because
at that.
we had over 100 people we used to, at first we tried to do it with the paper books. Oh my God, it was a nightmare. And then everybody calling in and stuff like that. So we were the first ones to do computerization and stuff like that. And the hairdressers worked for us. They didn't sweep their hair. They didn't shampoo their hair. We had people that shampooed it. People that swept the hair, did the laundry, did everything. All they did is cut hair.
Oh, so you had a machine operating.
Yeah, we used to do over 2,000 clients every week. My partner at the time just tracked everything like that.
2,000 clients?
2,000 clients every week. It was, like I said, it was a machine.
Oh my God. How long did you run that for?
20 years. That's
20 years?
Yeah, and I sold that.
Wow.
It was weird. I never really wanted to be in the salon business. Like I said, my mom and I grew up in that salon business, and she made me do that. And like I said, I got lucky. This girl was going through a divorce, but I never really wanted to be in the salon business. And when I got out of the salon business, I never even renewed my license. I said, "That's it. I'm done with this crap."
You knew you had your run.
I didn't want to do it. That was not the business, but it was a good, fun business for me.
That's crazy. So maybe that's a testament to all the parents out there who are like maybe hesitant about pushing their kids on the stuff because you didn't want to do it, but you had mad success doing it though.
Yeah, like I said, I've been lucky, and I moved to Dallas in '81. Didn't know a soul here. My mom said, "Hey, there's somebody from our church that lives in Houston. They'll let you stay with you for a week or two." And I said, "Okay, I'm moving to Dallas." And that's how I got to Dallas.
And then you were the man at the salon, man. You're still a cool character, man. You're a cool cucumber, bro.
Yeah, I've always made hay out of whatever I was having to do.
So you did Lakemont. You did a condo before that.
I did a Belmont over there in Lakewood too.
Okay.
That's that big one too. That's when it went up. I watched that in Lakewood. They both went up at about the same, but Lakewood was going up a little bit more than Midway Hollow at the time. But I think Midway Hollow might be surpassing that now. But those two areas were two of the hottest areas at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then you did a couple in that area because I remember we went to look at, there was one on Ontario Street, right?
Yeah, I did right behind there. I got a partner and did Ontario.
What was the numbers on Ontario? You remember?
Same. I tried to get that for $295, and I had to pay $315 for that.
Okay.
And then the guy that was my partner, he started messing. Didn't bother me, let me do everything, and then all at the end decided to get involved in stuff like that. And he screwed up some stuff, and so we wound up selling that house for about the same thing as we just sold Lakemont, but we probably should have did better on that house.
Really?
That house, I added square footage. It didn't have it had a single car garage in the front, which I took that and added that to the front of the house. And in the back, I added a huge master with a double car garage in the back. And that was big for that house in that area, man.
You ended up making some really good money, some profits on these flips, man.
Yeah.
So did that give you the confidence to say, "Hey, man, there's nothing I can't do now," or what?
No, I didn't never have that kind of confidence because, like I said, I was just one of those guys just learning as I go type thing, and I was like,
because Lakemont wasn't all peachy now, was it?
Dude, that was a nightmare. The first guy I had framing everything, I was like, I had 3 different framers in 3 different days. It started, quit. I was like, shit. And then I was having to deal with the city when they come out to check on the permitting and stuff like that. Okay, time to call this guy. So I was dealing with all that stuff. But that lady who was helping me with the permits was walking me through all that. And
because originally when you shared, I think the Lakemont, acquisition was $295, and then you had a budget of, I think, what'd you say, 100 or was it 150?
No, the bank gave me a loan for $100,000.
Okay.
And boy, I was way off on that. It probably cost me about another 130 or 40, so I was off by 200 grand. And that's where I got into some financial issues too, because I ran up a couple credit cards
But you were in it, so you were like, "Hey, I got to get it done."
I was in it, so. Yeah. And really, if I could have held on to that for probably 8 months, I would have probably made another 150 grand on that house. Yeah, wow. That was crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
And I tried to tell the guy that I was partners in that, and he kept pushing me. Of course, he's like, "When are we gonna get out?" This. And I was like, yeah, so he finally was ready to push me to get out of it.
Sure.
Yeah, that was.
But you did, so you had Lakemont over there, you had Ontario. There was another one you did over there, wasn't there? Belmont?
Belmont was over in that Lakewood area.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, what else did I do over there? Remember I showed you that kind of up and coming area that was over there in Inwood where those little houses were,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
And
Just mind blowing.
yeah, what was
Little
going on?
house here, little shack almost.
Yes.
Next door to it, two
They
and a
started
half
building.
story, $1 million.
Yeah, they started.
What?
Yeah, that's why told you. And I've been watching that forever, trying to buy stuff. You could buy stuff over there for 80 grand.
Yeah.
I'm like, geez. But it was still in a rough area. It was one of those areas. There was probably a church every third street. There was a church and stuff like it. It's a funky area.
Yeah.
In the middle of
Right.
where the rich of the rich live over there.
Yeah,
you know?
because if you go, I
It's
remember
just down from Highland Park. Yeah, yeah.
with the long money. That's what we.
Yeah, and
the
there's
long
that.
money.
That's still developing, but you can't get any good deals over there now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But it sounds like you. So that's the thing. In any market, you want somebody like you. You want somebody if you've got money to put in play. If you're looking to invest,
Yeah,
especially if you're looking to build new.
yeah.
I would. You definitely got to get with Curtis Best. I say he's the best builder in the DFW area. He's the best real estate professional, and I can say that with confidence because his name is Curtis Best.
Yeah. That's another thing. My company's called Best and Best. Here's what I'm seeing because I just had one of my best friends lives in Preston Hollow. He tore down his house and built a new house. Got a big builder in there and doing everything. He has been moved into the house a little over a year, still having issues with the builder. The other thing that happened to him is the builder went over budget by about $350,000, and timeline was supposed to take a year to do it. Took him about 18 months to do it. Here's where we blow everybody away. We can build I'm talking about a 10,000, 12,000 square foot house. We can probably build comfortably. We'll ask for 6 months, but May could build it in 4 to 5 months.
And you know what? They're not lying because like I put my eyes on it. I've walked this site. There's a camera on this site, and I'll link it to your website, and we'll do more.
Yeah, that's what we're trying to do now is show you how quickly. I'll tell you, the thing that's taken us most time over in South Lake is they are so critical and so tough on their permitting process and everything that you got to do for their permit. It took us a good month to do all that before everything got started.
Right.
So that put us a little bit behind.
But this thing is, like I said, it'll be dried in, next week?
Oh, yeah.
Windows and roof are starting to go on. The decking's already on. It's just we got to put
the decking's
shingles on.
the cornice is on.
Yeah.
The plumbing's been roughed in. The electrical's roughed in. The AC's been roughed in.
No, literally, this thing is amazing. I knew it was going to go fast, but it went so fast, I couldn't even catch it on some of the cameras.
Like I told you, dude, this is getting ready. Where it's getting ready to go fast.
Gosh,
Come on,
man, it went lightning fast. But no, I think so. You're right because that speed, it has to be quality. Obviously, you can't just be throwing junk up.
That's what the homeowner said. He says, "Man, I love your quality and everything that you're doing over here." Is what he said. I said, "Hey, what do you think about how quickly everything's going now?" I know we had a little hiccup with the time frame on permitting and all that type of stuff because we've never done anything in South Lake, and they are very, boy, there's so many things that you got to do in South Lake that you don't have to do even in Highland Park and Preston Hollow and stuff like that. It's crazy.
Like what's one of the things that they had you guys do?
Oh, tree protection. They're big on every tree you take down. You got to plant a tree. You can't. Out there on the job site, they got all the trees and stuff that you can't park under the trees while you're building. You can't do anything. You got to have it all sectioned off and all kinds of stuff. And
Wow.
and yeah.
Tell me about talk about the boring, the whole boring that you were telling me about the other day.
That was another thing.
Now, was that I thought you were talking like a perk test or something, but you
No,
were.
when we went over that old house, the driveway that was in there, I don't know, it'd probably been there 20 years or something like that, didn't even have a crack in it. So that shows you how stable that ground is over.
Okay.
Once everything, like we bid it to not have to put any pier holes in it.
Okay.
And then South Lake made us get it re-engineered. The engineer said we had to put 103 pier holes in it. And like I said, that driveway had been there 20 years, didn't even have a crack in it. I've never been anywhere and seen something that's been around that long didn't even have a crack in it.
Exactly, right.
So it tells you how stable perfect for building a house over there. Still, they want 103 pier holes put in, so we had to get that and do all that and stuff that should have never done. We should have been able to pour a regular foundation without having to put pier holes in it.
I got you.
That's just one of the extra things that South Lake makes.
So South Lake it seems like they're overly cautious, but that's good for the homeowner, right?
Yeah.
It's just something to be aware of now.
It is that they're, like I said, probably one of the toughest cities to deal with in a house.
So let's go back to when you had asked the client, the homeowner, how he felt it was going, or what was his response?
That's what he said in his own words. He said, "Man, I love the quality and how everything you're doing it looks and stuff like that." And this guy's been out there like hands-on, like you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, he's just 24/7.
He's one of those
hands-on owner. Yeah.
So that's awesome. All right. So actively, let's talk about what you're looking for. We got to put it out in the atmosphere. So you're looking for folks who want to build. You're looking for apartments to build. What are you looking for? Your ideal. What's your ideal?
We'd love to get some apartment complexes that he could put together, or condos, townhomes. Mm-hmm. Normally builds several houses a year, 15 or 20 houses a year. Mm-hmm. Whatever he does, he'd like to do a volume. Gotcha. He says it takes me as much time to build 10 houses as it does to build one. Yeah. Because he says once you got your crews like that,
he'd like to just
go boom. Yeah.
All right. That wraps it up for this episode of the podcast, the Big D, Little D. We want to thank Curtis Best, I'm saying the best damn builder in Dallas, the best realtor in Dallas. And I can say that without hesitation because that's the thing. So thank you for coming out, man. Thanks for sharing your experience with the folks.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Where can people reach you and find you if they want to reach out?
It's Best and Best Realty and Construction. My phone number is 214-336-8368. My email is cbest. My email is bestandbestrealty@gmail.com. I'm on Facebook. I do have a Best and Best Realty Facebook that I'm redoing to be more of the construction stuff too. And then my personal is Curtis Best on Facebook.
Okay.
LinkedIn.
And I'm going to put all of that in the show notes. So whether you're watching on YouTube or you're listening via podcast, I will put all those in the notes. And then I will also put a link to all of Curtis's and the Best and Best Realty and Construction, so you can get in contact with him directly on my site. My site is aaronblewis.com, or wherever you find the Big D, Little D Real Estate Podcast. And we appreciate you listening and watching, and we'll see you next time.